As the Glock 19 keeps gaining fans among shooters, it's worth remembering there's a whole world of solid firearms out there. The Glock 19 is dependable, no doubt about it. But if you're the kind of person who likes to see what else the trail has to offer, there are other handguns out there with more bells, more range, and maybe even a little more punch. In this video, we're taking a hard look at 10 pistols that bring something extra to the table, whether that's high-tech features, old-school craftsmanship, or plain old shootability that stands out. These aren't just Glock clones, they're true contenders, and each one's got its own story. So if you're ready to branch out from your trusty Glock 19 and see what else the market's packing, stick with us. You just might find your next go-to sidearm. The FN509 is a solid pick, especially for left-handed shooters. It's a reliable, well-equipped pistol that checks all the boxes for what a modern combat-ready sidearm ought to be. With a 4-inch slide and barrel paired up to a mid-size frame, it delivers full-size performance in a package that's still easy to carry and conceal. Controls are improved for better handling, and it comes with 2 back straps that have been textured just right to help you manage recoil. The flatter face trigger makes for a more consistent press and a cleaner break, something folks who care about accuracy will appreciate. The slide rack's easy and is cut with sharp cocking serrations both front and rear, and it's topped off with combat-style star sights. This model's finished in black, comes with 3-dot luminescent sights, and ships with 2 15-round magazines, plenty of firepower in a tight package. The grip is shaped with comfort in mind, and while some folks might find the texture a bit aggressive at first, that bite is there for a reason. It gives you a rock-solid hold, and most folks will get used to it after putting a few hundred rounds down range. All in all, the FN509 is a dependable, ergonomic, and well-balanced pistol that's earned its place in the conversation. Heckler Koch VP9. The Heckler Koch, most folks just say HK VP9, is a 9mm handgun that sits on the more affordable side of HK's lineup. First thing you'll notice is how clean the lines are. It's a sharp-looking pistol, no doubt, but what really grabs you is the grip feels like it was poured to fit your hand. That ergonomics work wasn't just for show. There's a slight bulge on the grip that's meant to be squeezed in. That action cocks the weapon, making it ready to fire, but it won't shoot unless that piece is engaged. It's a smart safety feature that lets you carry the gun ready to go without worrying about an accidental discharge. It's a single-action handgun that's safe to carry and quick on the draw. Now, when you stack it up against the Glock 19, that squared-off Glock frame might not disappear as easy under certain clothes. The HK VP9, thanks to its smoother frame lines, can tuck in better for some folks. Trigger pull's another win here. It's light, crisp, and short. That makes it a real pleasure to shoot and real easy to stay on target. The barrel's got polygonal rifling and is cold hammer forged, which helps put it among the most accurate pistols in its class. It's a great choice for new shooters and seasoned hands alike. The VP9 also runs a unique gas system that knocks felt recoil way down. That nods back to the original HK P7, which built the brand's reputation. That gas-delayed blowback and fixed barrel combo makes for smooth shooting and less bounce shot to shot. All told, the HK VP9 is a hard pistol to argue against. It's safe, accurate, and built with real care, almost enough to match the legend of the old P7. Colt Python. The Colt Python is one of those classic American revolvers that earned its place through good old-fashioned quality. Built by Colt's manufacturing company right here in the United States, it first hit the scene back in 1955 and stayed in production until 1999, when it was shelved due to sales slowing down. But by then, it had already carved out a name for itself. Known for its top-shelf craftsmanship, the Python built a reputation on its smooth trigger pull, tight tolerances, and dead-on accuracy. It was chambered in .357 Magnum, giving it plenty of power, and like most wheel guns in that class, it could also shoot .38 Special for a little softer touch. Lawmen, competitive shooters, and collectors all held it in high regard, not just for how it performed, but how it felt in the hand. Over the years, the Colt Python became one of the most sought-after revolvers out there. Vintage models started fetching top dollar, and it didn't take long for Colt to catch wind of that. In 2021, they announced the Python was coming back, with new limited edition runs set to begin in 2022. These new models keep the spirit of the original alive, and folks who've had their hands on both will tell you it still delivers that buttery smooth trigger pull and pinpoint accuracy that made the Python famous in the first place. In the world of revolvers, the Colt Python stands tall. It's not just one of the best Colt ever made, it's one of the finest wheel guns ever built, period. SIG P320X Compact. The SIG P320 X Compact is small enough to carry every day and still built tough enough for serious use. If you're looking for the SIG equivalent of a Glock 19, this is it. But here's where SIG really starts leaning in to take that 9mm crown. What makes the P320 lineup special is its modular design. You can take the same fire control group from the full-size duty version, drop it into a compact frame with a shorter barrel, and you've got yourself a whole new pistol, same serial number, different setup. That kind of flexibility is hard to beat. Just like the bigger version, the Compact runs with a wide range of grip modules, but with the X Compact, SIG went ahead and upgraded the grip right from the factory. That's something most folks would have had to buy aftermarket, and it shows SIG's been listening to its customers. Shooting the SIG EX Compact is a breeze. That 9mm chambering keeps recoil light, and you can run follow-up shots quick and on target. As for carry, it hides easy enough under a jacket or inside the waistband, though some folks might find the grip frame a touch thick. Then again, that's a common trade-off in this size of pistol across most big-name brands. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Compact. This one's long been a favorite among folks who carry daily, and ever since Smith & Wesson gave the trigger a proper overhaul back in 2022, it's only gotten more popular. That trigger's always been a bit of a hot topic. I'll be honest, I never much liked the early ones myself, but that's a matter of personal feel. Some folks warmed up to it just fine. Smith & Wesson's made a handful of improvements over the years, and it shows. This model comes with a black and stainless slide and runs white-painted 3-dot sights. The barrel's 4 inches even, and the total length measures out at 7.3 inches. You get a 15-round mag in 9mm Luger, or 13 rounds if you're running it in 40 Smith & Wesson. One of the big draws with the M&P 2.0 Compact is how it feels in your hand. Smith & Wesson clearly spent some time doing their homework on the grip shape and ergonomics, and they nailed it. It points natural and sits firm. The built-in rail gives you room to mount a light or laser if that's your thing. And like most of the pistols we've talked about, you've got options when it comes to aftermarket sights. And holsters? There's no shortage. Plenty of good makers offer both inside and outside the waistband rigs built just for this pistol. All in all, it's a dependable, well-balanced sidearm that's easy to carry and easy to trust. SIG P365 XL, first introduced back in 2017, the SIG Sauer AP. 365 made a big splash in the everyday carry world since then. It's given rise to a whole family of subcompacts like the P365 Nitron and the sleeker, low-profile P365 SAS. The standard XL version packs 12 rounds in a slim, single-stack frame that's smaller and thinner than a Glock 43. SIG didn't rush this one. They worked the trigger over more than a few times, and the end result is a smooth, crisp pull feels not too far off from a tuned-up Glock. That balance of size and firepower makes it a strong carry option, and with its rising popularity, there's no shortage of inside-the-waistband holsters on the market. What really stands out on the P365 XL is the factory sights. SIG outfits it with X-ray night sights, bright, fast, and clear enough that you might find yourself second-guessing whether you even need a red dot at all. They nailed the balance here, and folks are taking notice. That trigger alone sets it apart from most guns in its class. It's smooth, predictable, and a lot easier to run than you'd expect in a pistol this size. For anyone who's been on Team Glock for years, this is one you'll want to take a close look at. Both the SIG P365 XL and the Glock 19 are top-shelf compact pistols, but there are plenty who say the XL version is the more refined carry gun, a worthy alternative to the old Glock standby.